Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Clutch Trick Gaming. This is actually going to be an update to my previous episode where we took this Volvo 850R and tried to make it into a drift car. If you've seen that video, you'll see that the Volvo stuck to the ground like it had a suction cup on the bottom of it, and I really struggled to get the thing to slide at all. So I have made an update to the car, and I think you're going to like it, so stay tuned. So if you saw the last episode where we built this wagon, you know that it's stuck to the ground like it had a magnet underneath it, like it had glue for tires, and it was just impossible no matter what I did. 740 horsepower, reduced the weight, final drive gear ratio somewhere in the 500 range, made my the rear camber at 3 degrees. We just could not get this thing to slide at all. Well, I'm a little bit embarrassed to say I was just kind of screwing around, and I took my M3 BMW out for a spin, and it's usually my drift car, and that car was just horrible. All of a sudden I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought, oh no, I've done something to the tune. Maybe one night I stayed up late and I wanted to race that car or something, and screwed up the tune, but it just wasn't working for me. So I had to stop and I had to think, now what has gone on? And what I found out was essentially, and I'm ashamed to say this, I had the traction control on the entire time I filmed the video where we were building this Volvo. So yes, you saw me try to build a drift car and knock a drift car when it didn't work, and all along I was the one that had the traction control on. So now the Volvo's a little too spin happy. We need to play with the tune and get it right. But I just had to share with you guys this embarrassing announcement. As you can see here, the car slides really well now. Please don't feel like you need to steer away from the 850R because it's not a good drift car. I think it actually has great drift potential now. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of screwing around. Let's go see if we can actually do some drifting with it. I do think I need to change the tune around a little bit. I've got it a little too slippery and slidey. Just barely in the throttle at all there, and keeping it rolling in fourth gear. I really haven't been doing much drifting lately anyhow, so I'm kind of out of practice, as you can see. Doing a lot of just playground games and racing and such. Drifting is definitely something you kind of need to stay in practice with in order to stay good at. Let's go and make a little bit of change in our tune. I think what I'm going to do is take this camber, put it back to about 1 degree negative camber instead of the 3 degrees, and see how big of a difference that makes. I may actually wind up going back to the sport tires. I kind of like using sport tires. It allows me to drift at a higher speed, and I'm a little more comfortable that way, instead of just kind of slowly crawling and swinging the rear end out. I think this tune actually works really well, especially if you're staying in practice and you're good at drifting. I think somebody could tune or could drift this car really well. You can see I'm not in the throttle very much. I'm just barely pedaling it. It's because the car is wanting to slide a lot. We did fight the traction control a whole lot, and in so doing made the car just a little bit too slippery. Too slippery for what I like anyhow. So our next step is going to be to paint this thing something different than the Griswold's family truckster. Even though I showed this to some guys that are friends of mine, and they actually said they liked it, as I'm saying it's hideous, It's actually starting to grow on me somehow. I don't know why. Green and wood grain, just kind of odd for that to be growing on you, but it is growing on me. So let's take this thing, change the tires on it, and go for a little more drifting with it before we paint it. I'll still make that paint video, or another video, because a lot of people don't really want to mix the drifting and painting all in one video. But I'm actually kind of happy with this thing now, other than the fact I do want to change my tires, just get it a little bit stickier. Let's do that and come back here and see how things go. Okay, so back in the garage here, we are going to go back to our rear wheels. If you watch the other video, you'll see that I went down in size on the rear to try to get this thing to stop sticking. And I changed from this street tire compound to the stock tire compound, all in an effort to make the thing slide when it just didn't seem to want to slide for us. So we want to install that now. Okay. While we are here, let's just quickly paint this thing somehow different. Maybe go back to a manufacturer type look. It's kind of hard to see how it's going to look. Let's go take the decals off first. Okay, decals are off. Go back into painting here and manufacture colors. There's the red, black, white. I kind of like the white, but somehow we wound up with this gray as a previous color. I don't remember ever using it, but I kind of like this on the car also. Specialty colors, blah 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 blah. Flat black. Oh, here I go again, getting all detailed about the paint when I told myself I'm not going to. Special colors, previous colors, normal colors. No one wants normal colors. Do they? Really? Oh, I like that. I'm big into orange. I like orange, especially bright orange. That's a pretty color, but just not right for the Volvo. Man, I think I'm gonna have to say I've got to go back with the OEM paint on this car. Let's put a little bit of carbon fiber on it. So it looks like we spent some money on our car. Maybe even do the hood. I think we should do a carbon fiber hood on this thing. Or is that just too cheesy there? No, I think it's okay. Oh no. I think I have just inside trouble here. I was headed to the parking lot to screw around with some drifting and check this car out when I encountered another Volvo that looked just like mine. Red 850R. It's a drive-atar, and as I drove by like a moron, I blew the horn. Now I'm going to have this whole posse of cars, yep, there they come, pulling in here and getting in the way while I'm trying to film. I just can't seem to get a break with trying to drift this car. First I do an entire video with traction control on. I come out here and try to drift it, and lo and behold, when I think I've got it tuned in right, I bring my own traffic with me into the parking lot. So where are these guys at? Yeah, thanks a lot, bud. That was wonderful. It's exactly what I was hoping would happen. So you can see there the car now wants to initiate a drift just with throttle. I'm not having to clutch it or anything. This right here, fourth gear, no clutch, just throttle. That's the way I like them. Just completely throttle capable. I'm really kind of so tired right now that I'm kind of blurry headed and getting cross-eyed or something. I'm not going to be able to hang on here and keep doing this for long. Not tonight. But I just want to demonstrate that, hey, we fixed the tune, we fixed the car, and yes, go get yourself an 850R. I'm going to share this tune. It'll be in the Clutch Trick store, or whatever they call it on there. Just the two words, Clutch Trick, capital C, capital T. I'll name it the Drift Tune. And you guys can give it a try yourself. I think you'll like it. Especially if you like big power and using the throttle and not e-brake. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you like this channel, please hit the subscribe button. We are going to continue to grow, so join us now while we're small. And that being said, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Take part in a street race. There's one about to start nearby. Would you like me to set a route there for you?